into extension, right? So here as I move into extension, I'm going to say hold that, don't let me move you. And again, I'm pushing up and around. Very gentle. If you're pushing and they're struggling to hold that position, it's too much force. You just want to engage those extensors. Okay?
Lateral flexion and rotation.
For lateral flexion, again, slight lateral flexion, hold that. That's it. For rotation, I'm just going to, starting position, slight rotation, hold that, don't let me move you, and then I try and move him out of that position. Okay?
Quadratus lumborum duo.
Okay, can you lay on your back?
Should he have his feet up here? Easier for you?
No, this is fine. So here, what we're going to do is we're going to traction down the leg, and I like to show the patient what movement I want. If you tell them just to hike their hip or lift their hip, sometimes they're going to flex their hip, sometimes they're going to flex their knee. So what I like to do is I just say, I'm going to pull down, and I want you to do this. So you're just going to pull your hip back up. So here, I just gently traction down, lift up. There you go. Any pain?
It's also excellent therapy, even if it's not a major concern.
Yeah, no, this is great at getting. This is really good tense and relax.
Mm-hmm.
So if I can do this, and now he's trying to hike.
Excuse me, lateral flexion. I know we're all done with cervical spine flexion extension.
Okay, can you sit with the legs over again? Okay, so may I palpate? So ask permission before you touch the chin or the head. So here, what I'm going to do is just move, slight flexion. Hold that, don't let me move you. And again, I'm pushing up, and around like this. Not just pushing straight back into them. Very gentle. With extension, here, slight extension. Hold that, don't let me move you. Okay? With rotation, slight rotation. Hold that, don't let me move you. With lateral flexion, slight lateral flexion, hold that, don't let me move you. So always putting a hand that stabilizes the shoulder and then guiding. Or with rotation on the head, sometimes two hands on the head, gentle though. Remember, if you're testing them for a neck injury, the last thing you want to do is say, okay, hold that, don't let me move you, and then crank their neck. Because you can make the injury a lot worse.
Yeah, it seems like a very fine line between it being therapeutic
Should be
and injury.
very, very gentle for these, yeah.
Shoulder, medial and lateral rotators.
Okay, can you lay down? If we want to perform a resisted isometric test for the rotators, internal rotators, I have slight internal rotation. Look, I don't want to be on the hand, I want to be on the forearm. And I can stabilize here. Hold this, don't let me move you. Now the internal rotators are contracting. So you want to know the reason why we're testing this movement and not a specific muscle is because there's multiple muscles that are being tested right now. So this is basically seeing, does it recreate pain? Is there weakness? And if there's significant weakness, let's say he couldn't hold that position, or if it was really painful, then we need to investigate subscap, we need to investigate latissimus dorsi, teres major. So this is how this game works, all right? For external rotators, I move into slight external rotated position. Hold that, don't let me move you. There. So look, the muscle's contracting, there's no movement. There should be no struggle, okay? Good.
Abductors.
Okay, so can you sit up? So for abductors of the shoulder, one of the things you can do, one of the things you can do is you can either just slightly abduct, hold that, don't let me move you, and then push in. You can put the arm flush against the body and then say, push into my hand. Okay. The tendency is that when you say push into my hand, a lot of people, so push into my hand, he's good, but a lot of people are going to do that. So, and then you wind up pushing back into them. Next thing you know, it's like It looks like, you know,
A Trump
Guardians of the
handshake.
Galaxy.
A
So
Trump handshake.
I don't know. Yeah. So anyway, here should be nice and mellow. That's testing for supraspinatus as an abductor, right? Here, if I'm in this position, now I'm testing deltoid. Hold that. Don't let me move you. Good. You can see the shape of the deltoids. If I want to isolate the anterior deltoid, look at what I'm going to do. I'm going to horizontally adduct. Hold that. And now I'm pushing down, but I'm also pushing posterior. If I want to test posterior deltoid, I slightly retract, hold that, and I'm pulling anterior and down. Okay? So those are all the abductors.
And pectoralis major.
Can you lay on your back? Pec major, they both have the same starting position, right? Shoulder is flexed, elbows extended. The only difference is I'm going to go to the opposite ASIS, and I'm either going to direct force in the T or the V. So if it's clavicular fibers, I'm going to push as if it's the T. May I? So here I'm just going to go to the opposite ASIS. Hold that. Don't let me move you. Don't let me move you.
Right, which way are you going?
Hold it. Don't let me move you. There you go. Okay? Hold it. Don't let me move you. So this one, I'm pushing in that direction. This is sternal. When I pull this way, this is clavicular. Okay? Feel the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Pec minor.
Pec minor, I can do this. Protract the shoulder. Hold that. And then push down.
I'm doing this one out of order. Latissimus dorsi. We got him in a good position.
Okay, can you flip over? So remember, latissimus dorsi, palm always faces the ceiling. Palm faces the ceiling. I'm gonna extend, medially rotate. It's already medially rotated. And so I slightly adduct, hold that. Now, when I say hold that, I don't let go. Because you let go, a lot of times the arm is just gonna drop. So here, what I do is hold that. I just take this hand, keep this supported here, and now I'm just going to pull down to the table. Okay?
And biceps and triceps.
Okay, can you sit in the chair? Biceps. Shoulder is flexed. Elbow is flexed. Forearm is supinated. Hold that. That's it. Okay? Triceps. Again, you could do this lots of different ways. Some people will say, hold this position, don't let me move you, and then they'll do this and this. So they're extending, extending. What I like to do is, in this position, I'll just say, can you push into my hand, push into this hand? So now they're extending and extending. Okay? I find it's really strange. That's the one